Saturday, April 11th sees you bolt awake at precisely 7:17 a.m., convinced you've invented a new type of hangover that only espresso martinis can cause. Venus is giving you the side eye today. Turns out even planets judge questionable beverage choices. Your doomscope animal is still that bunyip no one believes in, mainly because you promised everyone that artisan cheese market, didn't you? But by 1:23 p.m., you'll be surgically attached to the sofa, scrolling through 47 takeaway menus. The afternoon is a roller coaster. 1 minute you're halfway through learning the dance to that K-pop song, the bit with the arms is harder than it looks. The next, you're elbow deep in sourdough, convinced you're the next Prue Leith. And those dance moves? Utterly forgotten. Advice: avoid all forms of electronic communication after 9 p.m. Your ex doesn't need a rambling text about the existential dread of mismatched socks. Saturday, the 11th of April, and you'll greet the day like a startled meerkat emerging from a duvet fort. Those plans to visit that artisan bakery? Let's be honest, you're eyeing up the emergency biscuits in the cupboard instead. Lovely. This afternoon, Mars is making you as stubborn as a mule in treacle. Your partner is suggesting a bracing walk, but you're assessing the structural integrity of the sofa cushions. The cushions have spoken. They request minimal disturbance. Tonight, your attempt at being cultured will involve binge-watching a true crime documentary while surgically attached to a sharing bag of crisps, all for one, one for all. Your social media feed? Doom-scrolled into oblivion. At 1:52 a.m., you'll suddenly remember buying that lime green sweater in 2024 and spiral. You will call it self-care, but it's really procrastination with better lighting. If you refresh TikTok one more time, you won't summon enlightenment, you'll summon targeted advertising. Advice: embrace the horizontal life. You are a Taurus, after all. Gemini surfaces approximately noon, convinced they've invented a new duvet-based religion. The coffee ritual is replaced by a forensic examination of the biscuit tin to ascertain who ate all the bourbons, followed by accusations. This afternoon, Venus is staging a walkout, possibly because you promised to watch just one episode of that pottery show at lunchtime and it's now tea time. Sharon from next door is on standby with a cheese and pickle sandwich, so all is not lost. Tonight, a gritty Scandi noir will hold your attention for precisely 4 minutes until you recall that savage takedown of a TV chef's questionable gravy technique back in March. You'll spend the next hour composing the perfect clapback, before accidentally posting it to your mum's Bridge Club WhatsApp. Gemini, your Deliveroo account knows you better than your own mother does. Advice: stop putting the kettle on before asking if anyone wants a brew. You're not psychic, you're just optimistic. Saturday, the 11th of April dawns, and Cancer will awaken with a profound need for brunch, the kind that involves hollandaise and at least 3 different pastries. Deciding on a venue will spark a WhatsApp debate so heated, it'll make Brexit look like a polite tea party. Mercury's currently doing that thing where it pretends to know what it's doing. The afternoon unfolds with the grace of a toddler trying to assemble flat-pack furniture. A quick trip to the shops will result in a car boot full of succulents you absolutely don't need and a scented candle that smells suspiciously of your nan's bathroom. Then comes the great biscuit tin audit. By evening, all grand social schemes have vanished, like free pizza at a student party. You'll find yourself swaddled in a duvet cocoon, binge-watching a documentary about competitive cheese rolling while endlessly scrolling through house prices you can't afford. Expect to relive the great Tupperware lid shortage of 2024. Advice: step away from the online shopping. Your bank account is begging you. Saturday arrives, and the sun is practically screaming at your eyelids. You had grand plans for a sophisticated breakfast, involving delicately foamed oat milk and smug Instagram stories. Instead, you'll be wrestling with a cheap blind, its tangled cord resembling your hair after last night's Strictly Come Dancing marathon. Venus is giving you the side-eye after you spent 20 minutes explaining why everyone needs a spirit animal. Yours is a squirrel, naturally. Post-caffeine and a quick scroll, a browsing trip is inevitable. 2 hours, 17 try-on selfies, and 1 slightly panicked credit card later, you're the proud owner of a sequined beret. By 3:33 p.m. your bank balance will resemble a tumbleweed convention. Tonight, the sofa cushions beckon. Choosing what to watch will involve approximately 723 clicks, 45 minutes of furious scrolling, and a heated debate with the remote. You will discover a documentary about competitive cheese sculpting. You will watch the entire thing. Advice: maybe leave the house wearing something that isn't leopard print, just once. Saturday arrives, fashionably late of course, because your body clock thinks it's still 1997. 6 alarms, each a masterclass in optimistic futility. That 2:17 a.m. doom scroll is haunting you. Yes, you really needed to know how many teeth a garden snail has. Spoiler alert, it's a lot. This afternoon, the urge to bake descends. Not a nice, simple Victoria sponge, mind you. Oh no. You're attempting a croquembouche. YouTube tutorials become your religion. 5 hours, 3 near misses with the caramel, and 1 existential crisis later, the kitchen resembles a dairy-based Mount Vesuvius. Tonight, you're surgically attached to the sofa, demolishing a pizza and judging people who can actually bake. Just as you're drifting off, the algorithm suggests 101 uses for old yogurt pots. Naturally, you start planning a sculpture. Progress. Advice. Embrace the chaos. Your inner critic needs a day off. Saturday morning, Libra, you'll emerge from your slumber like a bear from hibernation, except less majestic and more where's the remote. Brunch. Ambitious. Reality. A stale biscuit and scrolling right move, fantasizing about a life in the Outer Hebrides. You will, however, spend a solid 20 minutes choosing the perfect slipper sock to wear. This afternoon, that overripe mango in the fruit bowl is giving off passive-aggressive smells, much like your gym bag. Retail therapy beckons, but you'll get distracted by the bargain aisle in Boots, emerging triumphant with 3 different foot creams you don't need. You'll send increasingly desperate texts to the group chat to rate new hairstyles. By evening, you'll have exhausted all streaming services and be deep-diving YouTube tutorials on how to make balloon animals. Ordering a pizza feels like a marathon of social interaction, but the siren song of melted cheese is too strong. Just try and remember the delivery driver's name so you don't sound like a complete weirdo. Advice: embrace the chaos. It builds character, or at least provides excellent material for your next pub story. This Saturday, you'll emerge around 11:30 convinced the birds outside are judging your curtains. Brunch is on your mind, but so is staying in pajamas until tea time. It'll be instant coffee number 3 while you just quickly check if anyone from school is now a millionaire. By 2, that quick coffee evolves into a spontaneous trip where you know the barista's dog's name, favorite biscuit, and deepest fear after 2 minutes. You'll buy that weird bath bomb, swear you won't use it, then spend ages reading about its alleged benefits. Venus is filing her nails at your online shopping, Scorpio. Tonight, you're planning a sophisticated dinner which translates to ordering a takeaway and using your fancy plates. The universe deeply regrets giving you the gift of hyper-awareness. Advice: stop trying to train squirrels. It never ends well. Saturday the 11th is here, and the stars have seen your plan to spend all morning perfecting your duvet nest. Productive. At precisely 11:11 a.m., while halfway through a second box set episode, you'll remember you promised to call your mum. Mars retrograde is blaming your forgetfulness, obviously. This afternoon, you'll be gripped by the urgent need for novelty socks. 4 shops and a questionable online purchase later, you're back on the sofa, feet still bare, watching competitive cheese rolling. Venus is side-eyeing you for the biscuit incident of Boxing Day. Tonight, the plan involves ordering enough Indian takeaway to feed a family of 5, then moaning about it on WhatsApp. Your Doomoscope animal today is a Pegasus who's grounded because it's discovered the joys of daytime television and remote control snacks. Advice: Sagittarius, stop sending voice notes. Nobody needs to hear you chewing. Saturday the 11th of April starts with visions of a leisurely brunch. This evaporates the second you remember avocados cost more than your monthly broadband bill. Sleeping in translates to hitting snooze twice before your brain starts yelling about all the life admin you're avoiding. The coffee machine is giving you side-eye. Around 2 p.m., a sponsored post for artisanal dog jumpers will catch your weary eye. Before you know it, you're 60-pound lighter and wondering if Dave the goldfish really needs cashmere. Venus is clearly working undercover for the local post office. Tonight's entertainment involves 20 minutes scrolling through Netflix, concluding that you've already seen everything. You'll then settle for that documentary about competitive cheese sculpting, again, followed by reorganizing the spice rack alphabetically for the sheer heck of it. Advice: put the spreadsheet down and back away slowly. The universe suggests a large gin. Saturday the 11th of April, and that extra half hour in bed has achieved precisely nothing, has it, Aquarius? Your doomscope animal is a robin that peaked at Christmas, still got its tree up, the poor thing. Coffee time involves staring deeply into the cup, wondering if you could pass off a duvet as a legitimate fashion choice. Around 2:30, the burning desire to get out translates to an emergency trip to the garden center, where you buy the same color-changing mug again because you keep forgetting you own one. Motivation levels are lower than a limbo dancer in a basement. The houseplant section looks lively though. This evening, the stars insist it's takeaway or nothing. You'll be lucky if you boil an egg. Jupiter's position is not conducive to using the oven. You'll doom scroll through TikTok for precisely 53 minutes before committing to a show where at least one character has antennae, again. Advice: just say yes to every invite. Even you need human contact more than a Yeti. Pisces, Saturday dawns, or rather, you become vaguely aware it's daytime around 11:57. NASA reckons your brain activity resembles a Labrador dreaming of sausages, which, let's be honest, sounds delightful. Brunch is a lovely idea, but the gravitational pull of your duvet is currently stronger than Jupiter. Mars, bless it, is filling you with undeserved confidence regarding that avocado pesto you saw on TikTok. Around 3:17, expect smoke. Possibly from said pesto attempt. The neighbors will tut, obviously. As evening descends, that innocent 5-minute scroll morphs into 3 solid hours arguing online about whether Notting Hill still holds up. Spoiler, it does. Tonight, you'll cry twice at cute animal videos. Once because you're a decent human, once because the algorithm knows you better than your own mum. The cosmos is judging your life choices. It sighs. Advice: put down the phone. You're starting to look like it.